Assalamualikum OyaRahmatullahe OyaBarakatuhu. Welcome to my virtual classroom, MKA Classroom. Now let's start today's video tutorial. Let us start. In previous classes we have discussed expected rate of return, business risks, financial risks, standard deviation, variance. Today our basic topic, how to calculate beta coefficient. Actually it is related to the financial market, but we have to calculate how this beta is calculated. Then we will see. Actually beta here has a one page missing, 27 page. Is missing. So beta can be calculated in two ways. One is correlation method, another is regression method. So it can be calculated in two ways: correlation method and regression method. Actually these are the two types of method we are usually use to calculate beta, where the symbol is BI. So in the correlation method, the formula is stands correlation between I and M into a standard deviation I and a standard deviation M divided by variance M. So it is simply RIM. This is the symbol of correlation coefficient between returns of a stock I and the returns of market index. So it is clear that RIM, there is the correlation coefficient between individual stock, I stock, and M for market index. After that we will see RI, a standard deviation of a stock I, a standard deviation of a stock I. Then M, standard deviation of return of market index, and this is variance of market return, variance of market return, variance of market return. So by the using this formula we will find out our required beta by the correlation method, and we will see regression method, formula for regression method. So we know that regression equation is y equal to alpha plus beta into x. That is the basic regression equation. So we know it. This actually the basic regression equation. Basic regression equation, y equal to a alpha, a means alpha plus beta x. So that is the basic our regression equation. By the using of this equation we will calculate our beta as like alpha equal to y bar minus beta into x bar, but this value is still unknown, beta's value. So that's why we have to see what is the formula for using calculating beta. Now beta, by the using of regression method, n into summation x into y minus summation x into summation y divided by n into summation x square minus summation x whole square. There is a formula for calculating beta by the use of regression method. So you have to have basic idea of these two methods. Now here n equal to number of items, x the dependent variable scores, x and y is the dependent variable and x is the independent variable, and we know that x is always expressed as a independent variable and y is expressed as the dependent variable, as like this equations. Y actually the dependent variable, alpha is the constant, beta also the constant, and x is the independent variable and it is changing, it should be changed. And summation x and summation y, that is the very easy, and summation x square. So that is the easy formula. And here is the y bar, that means independent variable average and dependent variable average and independent variable average. So now we will see our materials. Yes, here is our method. In the previous pages there is the equation, and here is the beta's formula, so that we have learned in here, and these actually our capital asset pricing models things. So we will try to learn it later. So we will see an example, then it will clear to us how we calculate our beta. So we have example. standard deviation we have learned in this previous classes. So after that, beta calculations. So you have to seen this problem. That should be your homework. In the next class you have to show your homework. This is the 1 2 3 4 that is your homework. And this is our required problem. Examples 5. Monthly return data in percent presented below for ITC stock and BAC national index for 12-month period. You can also test the Dhaka Stock Exchange. You take a stock from the Dhaka Stock Exchange and Dhaka Stock Exchange index. You can take this index and try at home. It may be you can try. So here has the monthly return data and index, national index for the 12-month. Calculate ITC beta. This is our problem. So you have to see that here has given a stocks return. This is our I, a specific stocks return, and BSE national index, that is the M, value of M in our correlation method. That is the M, that means market index. Now we have to calculate beta. In the correlation coefficient, there is the formula for correlation coefficient R, RIM. RIM, our formula. So R means R equal to, that means correlation coefficient. So correlation coefficient calculated by the use of this formula. R equal to N into XY minus summation X into summation Y divided by root over N into summation X square minus summation X whole square into N into root over summation Y square minus summation Y whole square. So if you take it the computer, then it will solve easily. But in the pandemic period, we cannot show you the practical classes. So in this course we have some practical class, but still we have failed to take that practical classes. So no problem, you have to take it by manually. So here Y, that means ITC return. We know that I is a symbol of dependent variable. So here said that calculate ITC beta. ITC beta, obviously it is treated as dependent variable. So here you will see Y R J or I. Y means dependent variable. ITC return dependent variable. BSE index return X, that is the independent variable. It is always time treated as independent variable. Independent variable. So very simple. Here is the Y whole square and x square and xy. So you can directly put down this value from here, your problem, that is y and x. Then y square, that means this is a square in here, x square in here, that means 7.41 square 54.91. after that x and y should be multiplied, and here is the summation result, and this is our formula. This is our correlation coefficient formula. Then you put down this correlation coefficient formula in here. After calculation, you get our correlation coefficient is 9.35. That means a strong correlation coefficient. If the market changes by 1%, these stocks also change about to 93%, or 100% change by DSE stock exchange or BSE stock exchange, and it should be changed by 93% change. Now we have to calculate the standard deviation. So we learned the formula. We are using this formula. At first RIM, that means correlation coefficient. So this is the correlation coefficient formula, and after that we have seen that beta I, that means dependent variables standard deviations. So here is the variance formula. Variance standard deviation whole square n into summation x whole square minus summation x whole square and n square. So standard deviation obviously root over the variance. So from that we can get our two standard deviation. One is for y and another is for m. That means here is y and here is for x. M means for x. So in the same way we are seeing that you can put down the value 12 and x square. Here is the x square, summation x square 1432 minus summation x whole square, summation x whole square, summation x whole square. That means this is the 49x whole square. So 49 whole square, that is the 12 into 1432.75 minus 498 whole square divided by n whole square. That means 12 into 12. That is our x is 10.11 and y is 14.96. So it is y, that is our dependent variable, and this is x, standard deviation. Now this is our formula for beta. So our correlations 0.935, our dependent variables beta 14.96, that is y 14.96, m independent variable x 10.11, and here x whole square, that means 10.11 whole square 102.16. so we can get the beta 1.38. 1.38. This is our beta. So this beta says that if our market change by 1%, this stock will change 1 into 1.384%. That means 1.384%. So if the market change 1%, these companies, that means y, our dependent variable, can be changed 1.384%. So that is our calculations for correlations method. But you can use same data to calculate regression method. So you can use these systems y r, y square, x square, x and y, x and y. So example 6. So here said that, so from the calculations, examples 5, you have to calculate ITC beta with the use of regression model. So everything is the same. So you can use regression method. So we have learned the formula regressions method. So here we have given several ideas. We have give several ideas. There is the beta n, x and y, summation x, summation y, n into x square minus summation x whole square. So every value we have calculated. N 12, summation x and y. So we have calculated here. We have calculated here summation x and y. So in the same way we can use here the summation x and y, summation x, summation y, summation x square, number is 12. Then here is only one thing is new, y bar, that means summation y divided by 12, summation x divided by 12. And x bar, summation x divided by 12. Here is the value, summation x, summation y divided by 12. Then we are usually use our beta formula. Every value we have, then we can get beta 1.384, same value. Then in the regression method we have to extra calculate alpha, summation y bar minus beta into x bar, summation y bar value, beta's value and x bar's value. Then we get our alpha's value. Then you have to draw the regression equation. Y equal to a plus bx, alpha equal to 3.57 plus beta equal to 1.384 x. This is our regression equation. So you have to calculate, write down extra these 2 points if you draw the regression method. because this is the regulation equation, you have to show the value. This value actually tells that y equal to, that means this is our dependent variable. If the x change, that means independent variable change by 1%, as like if we show the value 1, then what will happen? 3.57 plus 1.384, y should be that's value, whatever the summations matter, that should be y's value. That's why we calculate our equation. Here is the examples 7. Here it says the 15% change, 15% change for the next year. So all things are clear. Here has the 15 value. We will see in here lastly. It is clear. That is our alpha, beta, and 15. That should be 21.08. Here is the model Rj equal to alpha plus beta x by Rm, whatever we said, a plus bx. That is the model. Alpha's value, beta value, and R x means Rm should be changed by 15%. That is the 15%. That should be 21.055. So these 7 are also at your homework. You will see at home and write down in your homework khata and shows me the next class. So this is all about today. This all about today. Stay home, stay safe. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuhu.